Going, Freddie?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are making a special tape just for James Franco.
Right.
Who's James Franco? That was a joke, guys. Jesus Christ.
He doesn't know who James Franco is?
No. Freaks and Geeks, Pineapple Express.
I'm fucking around.
He's,
Who the fuck doesn't know who he is?
Alright, so I'll start again.
Right.
I'll start from the top. Alright, so here we are. We're making a tape for James Franco.
Right.
Specific tape for him. You know, he sent us back some notes, and his basic note was no storyline.
Okay.
I just want to see you and your buddy. He calls you Dave because he doesn't know.
Right.
I was like, how hard is it? It's Shaun. Shaun and Shaun. Anyway, I want to see you and Shaun talking shit, doing your thing. You don't need a story.
Right.
Just be you guys, you know, with your chemistry. It says we have good chemistry.
Right.
Okay, so we just
what
need
are we supposed to talk about?
That's why we're sitting.
All right.
So I figure it'd be fun if I ask you some questions, and then you ask me some questions, almost like we're interviewing each other.
Sure.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Don't ask me anything that like is embarrassing.
Right. Right.
Okay. And are there any areas you don't want me to touch on?
I would say the same general thing. You know, try
Right.
not to be too embarrassing.
So like, it's kind of confusing. I don't know where the line is. Like, the fact that your mom had to get put in the psych hospital for 3 days.
It's a little good. It's going
That's
far.
past that.
It's going far.
And any areas like your father, alcoholic, touch or don't touch.
You're kind of touching them right now.
Okay.
So
What
about you? What's your line?
Alcoholic, father, and my line is it's kind of self-explanatory.
Right.
It's nothing having to do with like what happened in your career. Do you do drugs? Did you pee on your girlfriend?
So nothing in TMT.
Nothing that has like that you really want to
Okay.
ask me.
How about
Let's keep it on the surface. Bullshit.
Sure.
Okay.
What do you think about the candidates?
That's a good question. Are you really asking me that, or is that a question you're gonna?
No, it's
Okay.
it's good.
And you're talking about the election.
The election. Yeah.
I like Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
I don't really know why. I don't know anything about him. I just kind of think he's like an old white guy,
Yeah.
and I think that worked out for a while.
There's been a lot of old white presidents.
Sure. What do you think about
all of
Bernie?
them but one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half of them.
That's why they call him the first black president.
Yes.
Half one.
What do you? I don't know what we're supposed to do with
So what do I think of Bernie Sanders? Is that what your question?
Yeah. What do you think about Bernie Sanders? Same as me. You have no
Yeah,
idea.
I don't really.
Okay, and I don't know, Hillary. Can you see Hillary Clinton being a president?
It'd be nice just to have a woman president.
Would it be?
I think that's kind of the
Scary is what it's kind of like for me. I mean, it's obvious when people talk about it, but have you ever hung out with a woman on her period?
right.
Have you?
Yes.
Yeah. Not pleasant, right?
Right.
There's almost nothing you can say to them to maintain sort of a peaceful accord once they start going in that.
Well, I mean, she's old enough that isn't she in?
Oh, you're trying to say she doesn't
She's
have
at
a period?
menopause, out of the period stage.
That could be a possibility. You might be dead right about that.
She's probably got more like hot flashes, that kind of thing, you know.
So heat flashes, menopause. Yeah.
But I think she's in menopause. I don't think she's in.
You know what I like
She's
about
old.
Hillary?
She's like, I think she's old enough for that.
To where she's not dealing with period juice.
Yeah.
Because that would be weird. Red spots all over the White House. That's a horrible thing to say. Oh yeah, well what I like about Hillary was how she handled Cockgate.
Cockgate, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking
Bill
about?
Lewinsky.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to call it Blowgate.
Blowgate.
Okay, let me do that.
Sure.
You know what I like about Hillary Clinton was how she handled Blowgate.
Blowgate. I like that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Monica Lewinsky.
The blowjob, right?
Yeah.
And you had an interesting point about Hillary.
Well, I was just saying, I thought it was a little ridiculous that Bill got impeached. I mean, she didn't even divorce him, right?
Right. She didn't even care, really.
She didn't really care. That's a personal matter between those two.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like the first lady broke up with the president and then you know, but
Right.
everyone freaked out about it and compared it to Nixon and Watergate. And to compare those two is
doesn't hold the same.
I don't think it holds the same weight.
What have you ever had a woman save your ejaculate on her clothing?
Not intentionally. I mean, sometimes you know, jizz on a shirt and then she doesn't wash it immediately. That's not really.
That's not the same thing where you keep a ejaculated upon item of clothing
Right.
for months
Yeah.
in like a dry cleaning bag.
Yeah.
It's almost like you know how people
Trophy. It's
like a trophy. You know how people get sports jerseys and they
Right.
put them in those shadow boxes.
Yeah, or guys keep panties after they're hooking up with
You
a girl.
do that? Have you done
No.
that? Neither have I. Okay, so here's what I was going to ask you, which I thought would be a good question that we should work in at some point.
Right.
Who's your favorite character on The View, the morning show The View?
Who's on The View?
You don't really know who's on The View.
Women?
It's Whoopi Goldberg,
Right.
Kathy Lee Gifford, Rosie O'Donnell, and the little daughter from the Cosby Show, Ruby.
Okay.
And I gotta say, they're fantastic to watch.
Right.
They have a chemistry that's sort of undeniable.
Yeah.
And I don't like to admit that I sit around watching daytime television geared towards housewives.
Right. But you do.
And I love the hell out of it. And then after that comes The Chew. And Rachel Ray is just every day cooking up something more delicious than the day before. And I want to say that her food is healthy, but it's definitely not.
No. That's what always struck me about Rachel Ray. Is she's an overweight woman, and everything she cooks is incredibly fattening, has no vegetables, and looks like it is 5,000 calories per bite.
But it's delicious.
It's delicious, I bet. But it's like...
Alright, and then Whoopi. You like Whoopi? Are you a fan
yeah.
of Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, she's an EGOT winner.
What is that?
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
I'm impressed. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, it's an EGOT. She's one of the... I think she's the only one I think I really know.
Mm.
There's like 5 people that have ever done it. Mel Brooks is another one.
But definitely not a nigger before.
I think she's the only black one.
Wow, good for her.
But yeah, she got the quadfecta.
EGOT. I didn't even know they had that.
Well, it's it's an unofficial thing. You don't get like an actual.
Right.
You just got the collection on your bookshelf or whatever.
I really can't remember anything she's ever done except for the movie The Ghost.
Yeah, her Sister Act.
Oh, Sister Act.
Yeah, I think they did a musical of Sister Act.
I didn't think of that because she was dressed as a nun in that movie.
Yeah,
so
she did a comedy album, I think.
Really? And then wasn't she married to Ted Danson at one point?
I don't know.
Poor Ted Danson,
Right.
What was he thinking?
She was rich and
He
Sugar
was-
Mama.
He was rich too, wasn't he?
Sugar Mama.
Have you ever smelled a pair of dreadlocks up close
No.
or set? A little gnarly, man. Especially in the summer months when
Yeah.
it's hot and sweaty. Because the way they get to be dreadlocks is they just don't wash their hair.
Right.
A whole hairstyle would be invented just because you don't want to take a shower.
Right. That's
So weird. Alright.
So what do you think about Trump?
Oh, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Oh my God. I love Donald Trump.
You love Donald Trump.
Not because I agree with the things he says,
Right.
but now that Jon Stewart's not doing the Daily Show, I think it'd be great to have a president that writes his own jokes.
Well, we got a new replacement for Jon Stewart. Wow.
Trump is the kind of guy you don't need a joke writer because
Right.
he's funny enough. Because he doesn't give a shit. And he gets on the news and he just says it like he says it. I mean, he's got balls. Who else has this kind of balls? Here's what he says about the Mexicans. I don't like the Mexicans,
Right.
period. I think they're smelly and they're rapists. And who wants to get raped by someone so smelly? And he doesn't care to say these things. I have $1 billion.
4 billion? But he
4
claims he has
billion?
9.
He has $9 billion.
No, he claims he has 9, but he has 4.
No wonder he's talking shit about the Mexicans. They're like, wow, Donald Trump really pissed off all the Mexicans. I will purchase every single one of those Mexicans and turn them into corn. I don't know. I feel like I had more funnier things to say about Donald Trump, and I think you kind of put me on the spot by asking me the question.
Oh, I didn't mean to rush it.
Maybe we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
I think women are gross creatures with their period makes them crazy. And I don't care who heard me say it because I'm rich.
Super rich.
Donald Trump's the kind of guy. He's got $9 billion, and he really doesn't care. And that's literally his excuse for saying the things he said. He'll literally be like, first of all, Mexicans are horrible people. Not all of them. I met 2 or 3 that are okay. One of them cleaned my room at the...
Well,
that's another thing he said.
That's his only exposure to Mexican people.
The ones he's hired.
He's like his housemaid. You know, how many people is he? How many Mexicans is he actually? Has he actually been to Mexico, walked around, talked to the Mexican family?
I think he owns in the neighborhood of 200 to 300 Mexicans, if not more. If not more.
Employees. But
Employees.
It's the word, that we're gonna go with.
Sure. And that's just a guess. I mean, that's probably on a Friday for him.
Yeah.
And I love that. That's how
Well, it's construction workers. Between construction workers. He has a lot of hotels.
The people that
staff.
water the golf courses.
I'm sure there's a large number. He employs a lot of people.
Can you imagine?
In his company.
Do you think Donald Trump would have $9 billion if he had to pay white people to water the golf courses? Right? He'd be probably half of that. Do you know what's also interesting about the Mexicans? I've hired Mexicans on a few occasions.
Right.
Where you had to move stuff out of the apartment.
Yeah.
Or, you need a moving crew, right?
Right.
So we went over to the U-Haul,
Mm-hmm.
got a U-Haul, and then as you know, the Mexicans congregate outside places like
Home Depot.
So you know. And so we pulled up, and we rented a couple Mexicans, and they were phenomenal. These guys didn't even look tough or strong.
Right.
I'm telling you, these people are like ants. They have the strength of an ant.
Proportional, you mean? Because
Right.
ants by themselves are...
What do you mean? Ants are incredibly strong.
Right.
So they have the strength of an ant. Well, why? You don't understand the...
No, I get it.
Okay. So here's the thing, though, which was really interesting. After they did the move, which was a few hours, we hadn't really talked about pay. So after everything got... Because I didn't want to, get taken advantage of. And they hardly spoke English, so I didn't want them to trick me with their Mexican talk or whatever.
Right.
So they finished the job, and I tried to pay them with Corona. Not a 6-pack, like a case of Corona.
Right.
Each, I would have done.
Right.
They didn't want to hear it.
Cash.
They want cash money, which I thought was interesting because you're just going to take the cash money and go buy Coronas anyway. Why not reduce the...
They get a better deal on Coronas than you.
Right. And one of them, I couldn't understand anything he was talking about. Jew con artists, 30 Americans. Everything's dirty Americans.
Right.
That's the first thing they want to do is blame the country, blame the flag. It's like, yo, you snuck in here.
Right.
I didn't go to the sticks and into your clay hut.
Pick them up from Mexico.
Right. I tried to offer you some employment. Try to give you a job.
Right.
Anyway. What are some other topics, once we start talking about this? And you gotta remind me, don't let me say, I don't want to say anything, offensive.
Right.
I don't want to be offending.
Yeah. What about Ronda Rousey? What do you think about her?
I don't even want to say what I think about her because, the next subject, first of all, she's a chick.
Right.
So I get that she's a good boxer fighting other chicks.
Yeah.
But I don't see what the big deal is. I don't know why people are paying $60 pay-per-view and she doesn't even stick anything in herself. It's just, what's the point?
Yeah, it's 36 seconds she knocks someone out.
Right.
It's like a record.
Right. And I don't even know, how did she do it? Did she, like, what was her thing? Did she suffocate them with her nipples? Or, I mean, how did that happen?
She punched them. That's how boxing works. You punch people.
And the other person fell down?
Yes.
She got punched by Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, like a Muhammad Ali or
Listen,
George Foreman.
I've been hit in the face by a 6'4", 6'5" black guy.
Okay.
Square away.
Yeah.
Just looked at me, and I could see his thought bubble.
Right.
He says, "I'm gonna kill this little brown fucking guy."
Right.
And he reached back like a relief pitcher, man. Like really put his hip into it.
Yeah.
And boom, and got me right here. And I'm just saying, it didn't hurt that bad.
No.
Getting punched in the face isn't the most painful thing.
Well, yeah, but that guy was just like a guy. He doesn't spend his entire life training to beat you up. Beat people
I'm
up.
talking about a 6'4" black dude. You think he needs to train in the gym?
Yeah, that's how boxing works. They spend all. Have you seen Rocky training montage?
I get it.
They punch the steak. You punch the bags. Joke,
Okay,
Rocky, joke.
Let me put it to you like this way. Do you think that, like, say cooking, do you think that even if you went to cooking class for 3 years, you'd be better than even the worst woman cook?
Yes.
You think you'd be better at cooking than a woman at some point if you practiced?
But you said the worst woman.
The worst, yeah. Do you
Yes.
understand my point?
I think I'm already better than the worst woman cook.
We don't have to argue in semantics, but I think you understand my point. She's a chick, so I don't think it matters how much a dude would train. It's kind of like this. Serena Williams, is she better than Venus, or is Venus better than Serena?
I thought they were about equal.
No, one of them is clearly way better.
Serena, I think's better.
She just had the Grand Slam.
I think.
Okay. You take Serena Williams
Okay.
and have her play the worst guy on the ATP tennis tour.
I think it'd be great. Let's put her up against Roger Federer.
I feel like Roger Federer playing a small child.
So the great.
Who wants to watch that?
I do.
You understand my point, right? Am I making sense to you?
If she kicks, if Roger
It never
Federer
happens.
stomps the floor with her,
You know,
40
there's-
love every game. Do you know how great of a show that would be?
Roger Federer beating up on
Yeah.
I think that's the very reason they separate them. So that
I
doesn't happen.
don't think they've tried it.
Pretty much, what I'm saying is, it's a girl. Men are just happen to be stronger and better at sports and better at a lot of things than girls. Girls have things they're better at, like everybody knows. It's not a secret. Like sewing, right? Cooking,
Right.
giving blowjobs, right?
Right.
So they have their areas of expertise. We have our areas of expertise, like doctors, lawyers, any area where there's any sort of real intelligence required to put in,
Right.
rocket science, okay? Except for the astronaut, the female astronaut, that the rocket blew up. Tell me one other female astronaut that you know. Exactly, there is none. Sports, certain things, right? The things that really more matter, so to speak.
Well, yeah, but a lot of them are things that, women aren't allowed to enter,
Why are they not allowed to enter?
because men are afraid they're going to lose.
Like what?
Who have you been talking to?
It's the only reason I can see to keep him out of tennis. I think it'd be fun to watch Roger. If Roger Federer thought he could beat Serena Williams, why not? Wouldn't that be a great show?
No, I don't. I think it'd be embarrassing.
Why?
Well, yeah, I mean, sure, I'd like to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to be like,
Can you imagine the ratings?
I don't really think it'd catch on the way you're picturing it.
I'm picturing.
I mean, maybe it's like a
show.
novelty, maybe for a novelty. I think you could put on Serena. You could put her on with the worst men's tennis person.
No way.
I saw a guy on YouTube that's in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
and he's got these tricks, man. He hits that tennis ball better than I do, and I used to take lessons when I was a kid.
Right.
This guy's in his wheelchair, and he's like, I mean, you'd have to watch it.
Right.
I think that guy.
Could beat Serena.
I'm just saying because he's a guy.
What do you get? Testicles? Could be a plus 30 to tennis? You just.
I don't think that's how it
That
works
extra
scientifically.
X chromosome
Something like
makes
that.
that much of a difference.
Yeah, I'm not a bioscientist or anything like that, so I don't know exactly how to explain. But yeah, Ronda Rousey. I mean, as far as fighting girls go, it looks like she's good at beating up other women.
Right.
She's probably been cheated on a bunch.
Right.
She seems like the kind of girl, like if your man cheats on you, you go and kick the girl's ass instead of your man's ass. Where's the picture of one guy whose ass she's good?
I don't know. She's not allowed to.
I'm talking about in real life. Like if she was such a bad.
You mean if she was a husband beater?
Or they don't have to be husband, wife, boyfriend. Somebody she's
Boyfriend?
dating.
It's not normal to beat the shit out of people.
You never had a woman slap you in the face?
Slap you in the face is one thing.
So where's
knock
the
it.
guy that Ronda Rousey
Knocked
broke
out?
his jaw?
I
She's
don't
such
know.
an insane good fighter.
Where's the picture of her after getting her ass kicked by a guy?
Those are probably all over the internet. I will tell you one thing about Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. She has a silly name.
You know, Rousey. She uses Rowdy.
Ron. Yeah, I mean.
I will tell you something about Ronda Rousey. I saw her on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
And she was dressed up. She had a nice dress on. And what I know now, I didn't know then, there's a lot of makeup on. Okay? Because she looked really good. She was kind of cute.
Right.
That girl looks completely different
In real life.
when she's got no makeup and she's been hit in the face a few times.
Right.
Scary. Good.
All right.
I'm trying to think of a question I could ask you. Or did you? Whose turn is it? Okay, I got one for you.
Sure.
What was your favorite James Franco performance, and why?
Oh, there's so many. So many.
There are a lot.
There are a lot.
He's had a lot.
He had a huge career.
Did you see the one where they cut off his arm?
Oh, 127 hours. I have not.
Me neither, but I heard that was
Great. I think that's one of the ones where he got, like, awards.
Or I heard he took a lot of flack from the one-legged, one-armed people.
Yeah. I just don't get that movie. I mean, it's like one of those movies, but you know exactly what's going to happen. Like the whole movie, you're just waiting for him to chop his arm off.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, there's no suspense to the movie.
Yeah, I think that's why they say he was so good in it.
I'm not saying you can, like Titanic, you know, the ship's going to sink. But I enjoyed that movie. But that was more about the romance between the characters and shooting and less about ship sinking.
The people dying was in the background for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he gets so much credit for this. What was the name?
127 hours.
I think that's why he gets so much credit, because that was the only thing to watch was his performance.
Right.
I mean, for the movie, he's locked in a cave, right?
Yeah. It's like, there's that movie Buried where it's literally an actor in a coffin the entire movie.
I didn't see it.
No.
But I will tell you this. If I was a director or producer and I had to lock one actor in a cave for 127 hours...
James Franco.
I don't know who else I would pick.
Right.
You take a guy like Seth Rogen, totally different movie.
Yes.
Totally different movie.
Right.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
He's trying to go serious with this Steve Jobs movie.
I'm
He's doing his whole, I want to be a dramatic actor because Jonah Hill and James Franco have done it thing.
He's a talented actor, and I'm sure anything he wants to do, he sets his mind to, he can do it. Green, did you see the Green Hornet?
The Green. Oh no,
Yeah.
I worked on that movie, but I didn't.
Oh, you
see
did?
it. Yeah, I did.
What did you do?
I did. There's a scene where Seth Rogen like figures out what's going on, and so there's like this trippy scene where all this stuff's like flying in. Like it's where he finally puts together the bad guy's plan. So it like flashes back to all the different scenes.
But it has towards the ending of the movie.
Yeah, it's toward the ending of the movie. It's like leading to the third act.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there's the scene where all the stuff's flying through, and so I rotoscoped it. So I like, traced around the stuff.
That could have been your whole answer. What'd you do in that movie? Rotoscoping.
Well, rotoscoping, nobody really knows what that means, and it means like six different
Nobody
things.
still knows what that means.
Yeah. So.
Got a little distracted.
Let's see.
What are you talking about? Oh, Greenhorn. Question for you.
Yeah.
I read, and I want to know if you have any insight on this. Did Judd Apatow try to get him to show his bare cock in that movie?
I don't know. That is Judd Apatow's thing, though.
What? Oh, bare.
Getting people to show their cock.
It's a little, kind of like a signature.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised. I just saw.
You guys saw Jason Segel to do it in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Right. And then he got Paul Rudd to show his cock.
This is 40.
That wasn't in the movie. That was stuff that happened
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Well, you know. When
Paul Rudd will do anything for Judd Apatow. We'll
Yeah.
say that.
Well, when you're playing Judd Apatow in a movie, starring Judd Apatow's wife, who's your wife in the movie, I mean...
Yeah, I'm getting uncomfortable just talking this closely.
Right. Let's talk more about James Franco.
Talk about James.
Performances.
So that was your favorite performance, was 127?
No, I haven't seen that movie, so I can't say it's my favorite.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, I know already what mine was.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know the name of the movie, but he played James Dean.
Oh, that was that movie where like everybody played James Dean, right?
What do you mean?
Oh no, it's a different movie.
Yeah, I mean only he played James Dean.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
there was some movie where it's like some famous guy, and they got like 10 actors to play him, and they play like different parts of their life.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I thought that was James Dean.
That wasn't this.
No.
It was James Dean, and it was for a TV movie. I want to say like Showtime or Hallmark or whatever. And he crushed it.
Crushed it.
Killed it. Like you felt like. I mean, I don't really know anything about James Dean.
Right.
I don't really get it.
Yeah.
I've tried to watch a couple of his movies. Couldn't really even make my way. Have you seen any of his movies? Streetcar Named Desire?
Yeah. Road Without a Cause.
You saw those?
Yeah.
Did you like them?
I thought they were good. I think it's difficult because part of what I think him and Brando did was take film from being a very theatrical, exaggerated way of acting to now where people like it feels real. And I think Dean and Brando were two of the first people. When you watch them, they don't look like they're acting. They just look like they're...
I see, and you think they were the pioneers of that?
The pioneers of that. And so now everyone does that,
Sure.
except for Nicolas Cage, who goes more toward the...
Who's still in the...
Yeah, he goes crazy. The bees!
Dude, that's fascinating. I'm actually going to have to look up both of those two guys, because I didn't know.
But I feel like with the different acting schools, that's what I've heard, is that... So that's why, to me, when you watch those performances, they don't seem... You're like, I don't get it. Because you're not really...
You don't realize the change.
You'd have to watch, like, Guys and Dolls or something. You'd have to watch some other film.
And then that
And then see them.
I get it.
Because Brando would just show up and be, like, really high and read off note cards and...
Really?
Yeah. But the end of his career, there's all these people that are like, he's the greatest actor ever. And they were holding note cards.
I feel like that's one of the things. Like, if you show up to work really high...
I don't think he's high. He just barely can't breathe.
Oh.
But yeah, they would put, like, note cards. I think he was high for a lot of it. But yeah, they would put note cards, like, off screen so that he could just... Like, cue cards.
Sure.
Which they do a lot in movies now.
Cue cards? I know they do
Some
for TV.
actors. For
I
TV.
recently saw a movie with Joaquin.
Okay.
Incredible actor, right? I mean,
Yes.
He's just amazing.
Yeah.
You can watch him from one movie to the next. You don't know you just saw the same guy.
Yeah.
Except for the hair lift.
Yeah.
Watch this movie. It was called Inherent Vice.
Oh, yeah. It's based on a book.
Was it?
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is, I really feel like he got very high on drugs.
Right.
Like, only while shooting the movie, between the time the director said action and cut, I feel like he was wasted. And I feel like he gets credit for giving an amazing performance.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him and I'm like...
You're on drugs.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy doesn't know where he is right
It's
now.
like he did that other movie where he went on to Letterman and did this weird interview in character where he had this big beard, and then it came out and then there was a whole movie attached to it, and it came out later. There was like a mockumentary, and the whole thing was fake.
Yeah.
But I always wondered, like, maybe he just went crazy for a couple years and they filmed him.
Yeah. No,
Because to me, that's kind of what it looked like.
Right. I mean, I don't know how much of it was real, how much of it wasn't. I'm pretty sure the scenes where he's like doing cocaine and having sex with the hookers, that feels authentic.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure.
You think he would do that and just like really party and really have sex and tape it and put it in the room?
I don't think he can do that. I mean, I'm sure he's done all those things. You know what I mean?
So your answer is no. You don't think he's just totally fucked up.
Tired, Freddy?
All right.
You can keep it
Well,
going.
that's good. We got this angle. We can't use that. I know for sure. See, we got.
Yeah.